Hi everyone, good evening. It's just Damian here, and I would like to wish you all a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. I'm feeling a little bit rough today. The doctors gave me some extra tablets to help me sleep last night, and I still feel a bit drowsy off them. I did try to go to bed not a little bit earlier and that kind of thing, but during the night from I was woken up during the night from a phone call from the police. Uh, however, however, I'll get to that bit in a minute. I just find that the behaviours that the mental health services are doing at the moment are a little bit childish, and they're playing mind games again with me. Basically, what had happened is I am petrified of working with mental health services. I am scared of it going wrong again. I don't want to work with the mental health services and that kind of thing. I'd rather have a little bit of social prescribing or whatever, or work with the doctors. I do have an appointment with the doctor face to face in January on the 8th to discuss this um, and other things. I did also have, sorry, a telephone appointment with the doctor yesterday, different doctor, but she is more than happy for the mental health work to be done with them. And she gave me some extra tablets to help me sleep, promethazine. It's a strong antihistamine, but I was only going to take one, but I took two. I was as well some extra other meds because I'm still not sitting properly after this virus thing that I had, and I have still been getting a little bit of palpitations on a night, and I have have been getting a little bit of palpitations on a night, and I still get a little bit of abdo pain. I have in the past, over the last few year and that kind of thing, I since COVID started, I have overdosed and self-harmed. Overdosing has worked in the past for the initial release to get it out the way, but the issue is that with overdosing, I get fixated on it and I end up going from one hospital to another hospital, and and it doesn't work for the long term goal. For the short term goal, it might, but for the long term goal for my health, it's not going to work like that. I haven't had any hospital admission this year, no, this year due to self harm or overdosing. I might have had the admission the other week, but it turned out my white blood cells were low and some other stuff were low, and they kept me in for glandular fever. I don't want to be overdosing and self harming. I want to be able to work with people, to talk to people about how I'm feeling and why. I uh, want to be able to start driving again and be able to start wearing ladies' clothes whilst I'm driving, seeing what it's like to wear a dress whilst I'm driving and the be Danielle or have the Danielle side whilst I'm driving. I have sent emails off over the last few weeks and letters just to try to get my story out there, get my story told. I have been told on forums that I'm getting angry. I'm not really getting angry. I'm just trying to share my story and explain that I've tried this, I've tried that. I have ideas that I want to do. My communication therapist is private and she wants to work with me on on ideas and on on ideas, and I've asked her to come up with some plans and some schedules. Just to try to get this sorted in the way that I am comfortable with at the moment. I have, as I say, been trying to get discharged for over a month now. I first got told that I need to put it on hold after until after I got back off holiday. Then they discharged me. My advocate rang me on the 9th, and we'll discharge him. We'll discharge him the on the 19th. Then I got told it's going to be extended to Monday, which was the 23rd. Then I got told that they're not discharged me yet. I need more time to think about it. And then my mum gets a phone call from a matron, who the mental health team aren't aware of or know, to say that they're not going to discharge me and they want to still carry on the support plan. They still want to carry on the care. There is meetings planned in for the next few weeks that what I don't want to go to, but I don't know if I have to legally or whatever. But there's other stuff in that as well. I have made suggestions in other areas of coming up with compromises and solutions, but they've been thrown back in my face like a punch from a world championship boxer. And last night, yeah, I'd took some extra tablets to help me sleep, but I haven't overdosed. I took some extra tablets, what are prescribed, just because I had a bit of abdominal pain and palpitations, and I wanted some extra sleep. I didn't want it affecting my Christmas, but I should have only. But I felt like the tablet was working more of a stimulant to keep me awake. But then I got relaxed and that kind of thing, and and had a phone call at 20 to 1 this morning from the police to state that someone had been in touch with them and told them anonymously that I was planning on ending it all. And I'm like, I'm like, are they telling the police that I'm planning on. The police's impression were that I was planning on ending my life, ending it all. But generally, I believe, and what the police believe after speaking to me, is that the mental health team are playing mind games again with me or referring it back to the police so that the police can intervene and get me to agree to these meetings or whatever. But but genuinely, I have not overdosed. I don't want to be overdosing. I want to end it with the community mental health team. I do not want to end my life. I may I may sometimes get the odd suicidal thought and the odd anxiety attack, but that's an ongoing chronic condition. That's ongoing chronic, and it's controllable. It's not even at the stage where I want to talk about it with anyone. It's not even, it's mild. It's at the back of my mind, back of my head. It's at the back of my head where I know it's there. I'm conscious of it. I know what I can do to sort it out. It's not at the, it's not been at the it's not been at the stage for a while where, for months possibly, where or years where I want to self harm or um overdose to control it. I have no intent of self harming or overdosing. I don't want to. I'm like, whilst I was in hospital, I was scared that I'd start becoming reliant on on getting seen for physical I was getting scared that I'd become reliant on using the physical services to try to deal with the mental health to try to deal with the mental health and that again. I don't want to be going down that route. I don't want to be going down the route of overdosing or self harming just so that I can get treated for just so that I can get treated. I don't want to do all that now. It's putting me in risk. It's putting me at risk. It's putting my parents at risk because they'll be worried about me. And when I do it, I get fixated on it. I get addicted on it in a way. I end up getting treated for one condition at one hospital and then going to another and another. And I do not 100% want to be doing that now. I want to be working with people in my own way so that I can start progressing for the future and hopefully start more social groups and start planning ahead. I do want to settle down, but don't want children. I want to be wearing ladies' clothes more. I want to be looking forward to things. I'd had an Instagram post pop up today for about Gunter Steiner from the F1, and he's doing some feature shows for the Formula One, for the Formula One, uh, later in the year, later next year, sorry, and the nearest venue is Stockton, and I am planning on ordering tickets for that when when it does come for sale, when it does come for sale, or when the venue's reopened again, because I want to get the VIP tickets, not the VIP, the disability ones, the carer one free. But yeah, I am trying to make little goals, give myself little targets, and to slow myself down to be part of the community again and to settle myself down, to dress more, to figure out where I want to go with things and to start enjoying myself in that more. And I do not want any more involvement with the police. I do not want any more involvement with different things. This is one of the reasons why I need to do it my own way because it's not working in other areas. If I cut my communication down completely with services or with the ones that aren't working or like mental health services, if I cut that down completely and don't even phone them whilst when I'm in a crisis situation, it's not going to get misinterpreted and I get arrested again or a welfare call again. But generally, I am trying to give myself little targets, little goals. I know that it causes anxiety, people knocking on the door, so I've got a ring doorbell installed. And it is causing me a little bit of anxiety that because it's going off when my neighbours downstairs and other people are using it. So what I'm planning on doing is turning the if it gets too bad, I'm going to give it a go for now, but if it gets too bad, I'm going to switch the notifications off and put the notifications live again when I'm expecting visitors or expecting food or deliveries, but I'm looking into it. But I also don't want it to not show notifications if someone's going to do a welfare call or whatever. I'll need it on for that as well. So yeah, I've generally got ideas in that I'm looking forward to. I'm trying to give myself little goals, little treats. I do have a couple of appointments booked in. One for my foot because of getting grown toenails, and one with a doctor, and one to try to get the upholstery and that done and that cleaned. Other than that, I am planning on going to see Kylie again in Manchester. Hopefully, get a nice sparkly outfit this time. And that I have been looking at sparkly dresses and that to make it a bit more disco-y. However, 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 the prices were too much just for one night. I didn't want to spend 89, £90 on a dress just for just for wearing it at a concert. But I'm looking forward to things. It's like trying to give myself little goals, little treats, and to plan ahead. I do also want to see the Ladyboys Bangkok again because the transgender women and looking at them live and that allows me to understand myself in that a little bit more and that kind of thing. The and I'm attracted to transgender women, so a night away with a night out with transgender women, best night in my life, other than Kylie, of course. But genuinely, I am not suicidal. I am not planning on ending my life. Um, I have been talking about past experiences on letters about why it's gone wrong in the past, why it's gone wrong in that in the past. But genuinely, I am not suicidal. I I do sometimes spell succeed. Sometimes when I try to spell succeed, it does make people think that I'm suicidal because I'd have had a habit of changing it on changing the spell checker on it, and it always changes it to suicide rather than succeed. But I haven't done that for I haven't done that for a few years. But genuinely, I'm trying to get my life back on track and trying to figure out little goals, little dreams, little aspirations that I want to do. And it's going to be hard. It's going to be hard, but I know what path I want to go down. And I'm trying to make little compromises with different people and to try to get things sorted and to try to get out again and socialise more. And I do want to get tickets to that Formula One event and hopefully start planning a better future. Hopefully with the next Mrs. Littlefair or whatever. But yeah, genuinely, I just wanted to make this video to say that I'm not suicidal. I don't know why you've someone's contacted the police to say that I was when I'm 100% not. I am aware of what's going on. Might have a little bit of anxiety of things going wrong with the mental health team and that again, or get my care back on track. I feel a hell of a lot better since I had a telephone appointment with the doctor yesterday. However, I don't feel better today because she gave me some extra tablets, and I think with that, with that with that phone call during the night, it's knocked my balance off for the sleep, and I still felt a bit drowsy with them tablets. It's wearing off a little bit now, but yeah, it's like I've got ideas that I want to do. I've got goals. I've got targets. I've got dreams that I want to do. I want to, I want to go out and meet all you followers. I want to meet people that are on a similar journey to myself. I want to share my experience with other people about what I'm going through or what other people are going through. And generally, I want to start enjoying myself again. I want to start working on what I want to rather than other people. I have had shelves fitted downstairs and I've had them reinforced, but that's I've got more storage in that downstairs now, so I've got all that done. Um, I've got all that done. I've got somewhere to store my golf and stuff in that property now, where it's out the way. Where whereas before, whereas before, I couldn't really, I couldn't really store it anywhere. I had to pull the golfing bag out and the golfing trolley just to get the bin out. But that's sorted. I've got the video doorbell sorted. I've got the shelf sorted. I am, as I say, trying to give myself little goals, little, little, little dreams, little targets. I know that I'm attracted to cis women as well as transgender women. I know that I like to go out with the girls out, and I know that every time that I'm dressed, I have a habit of rubbing my boobies, the girls, like a pregnant woman rubs the belly. You'll be able to see that on video. But generally, I am a lot more of a better person, a better happy person when I'm dressed and when I'm enjoying myself. And I am really enjoying exploring myself and that at the moment and my sexuality and everything. I know that some people don't agree with it. I know some people in my family don't agree. And I know that some people in my family don't agree, and I know that that's hard, but it's about overcoming them barriers, overcoming them beliefs, no, overcoming them barriers, overcoming them boundaries. Sorry, that was the word, and to try to explore things more for myself rather than other people. But it does get hard where I'm trying to fit everything around other people. A lot of people would be more happier if I was open to community mental health care and that again. I know that it's led into some arguments with my mum, with my advocates and that, but I'm trying to discover myself. I'm trying to discover myself, discover other areas that I want to work with. I know that I need to discover other boundaries. By what I mean is when I do start working with people in that, I want firm foundation with boundary structure in place. I know that I know that I I know that I am capable of doing things myself and that kind of thing, and I know that I need support in other areas. But genuinely, I am a lot happier. Genuinely, I've I've got my coffee table back as well. That had to go away for repair because uh that had to go away for repair because I had it varnished earlier in the year and had it varnished earlier in the year. No, I had a new top put on it earlier in the year, and the glass top used to slide, and water used to get trapped or moisture under there, and I used to move it a bit to dry it, but I didn't really take the glass top off, and it was all black and that kind of thing. It but yeah, it's like I've had that fixed because my mum doesn't have time, and it's a bit more stronger now and a bit more robust. But genuinely, I've got I am generally in a better place before Christmas. This year, I I can't expect miracles. I'm trying to share it with you guys. The stuff that I still don't. There is stuff like really personal stuff that happened a few years ago that I'm not don't want to share. But we can't always be an open book. I'm just being congruent. I'm just being congruent. Yeah, but we all have our secrets. We all have our dark side. We all have our devil side. But genuinely, I'm trying to be as open as I can with yous and to to share the journey, to share the goals of my life and that kind of thing. I bought a new suitcase. It's like a metallic pink. It's called rose gold, but it's like a metallic pink. But yeah, it's quite girly. It's that'd work when I'm on holiday. But I don't know if I'll need another one if I go into a country that doesn't agree with LGBTQIA plus rights. So genuinely, I'm just trying to find new holiday ideas and that as well. So So yeah, I've got ideas. I'm trying to bring the passion back. I'm trying to bring the spark back. I'm trying to bring the energy back to my life, and generally, I'm trying to promote as good of as good equality and diversity that I can. But I am not suicidal. I may have doubts at the back of my mind. I may have voices at the back of my mind about that kind of thing. However, it's where I can put it at the back of my mind and know it's there, but not want to think that I need to take pills, I need to overdose. It's not like that. It's not like that. I don't want it might have worked in the past, overdosing or self harm might have worked in the past, but I don't want it to work again. I do not want want it to work again. I don't want it to work again for that kind of thing. I want to be able to substitute say I want to be able to substitute say the self harm for something else, and I haven't overdosed or self harmed in over a year. I did honestly want this year to be the first year since pre COVID that I didn't have a hospital admission. It's the first year since pre COVID that I've had from start to finish that I've had without any hospital admissions for overdosing or self harming. I haven't overdosed or self harmed. I have had a hospital admission for glandular fever and some other bits. I thought it when I said in the video that I thought it was related to mental health. I honestly thought that because I was getting anxiety attacks and that and I was worried about things, I honestly thought that I had stressed myself out over things, and the stress that I put myself under to get things right to please other people had admitted me into hospital. I just wanted to be clear with that. I I do get intrusive thoughts about things, obscure thoughts, inappropriate thoughts, but we all do. It's about learn how to control this. It's like sometimes it's like it's when I get ran with emotion or ran with emotion that I end up blurting them out too much or whatever, and that kind of thing. I do admit that with this with this ongoing scenario with the mental health service, it has pushed me and pushed me. I haven't completely lost it just yet. I know that I might have sent some emails out in frustration to different people to try to get the discharge sorted. However, I haven't overdosed or self harmed with it. I'm determined not to go down that path again. I know that there's areas that I want need to improve on, but at least the more dangerous stuff is under control. At least the stuff what at least the stuff that will get me arrested is under control. At least the stuff that will risk at least the stuff that will get me arrested is under control. At least the stuff that will put my life in danger is under control. But I'm enjoying being myself. I I'm enjoying the journey that I'm on. I like going out in a dress. I do want to try more ladies' outfits than that as well. But I am Damien and I'm proud of that. And I just want you to understand, whoever it was that reported me to the police, I'm not suicidal. I've got no intent to suicidal. I've been suicidal. I've got goals, I've got dreams, I've got plans that I want to bring out. I've got plans that I want to bring out. I'm trying to get my energy back. I'm looking at different groups, different associations. I'm a little bit annoyed that I ended up with hospital admission again, which was something that I didn't want. I wanted to make it the first time since pre-COVID that I hadn't had any hospital admission at all. I did want to meet someone before Christmas and that kind of thing, but I haven't yet. And hopefully tonight I can get a takeaway and enjoy it. But genuinely, I am looking forward to things. And I'm on a journey path. I am on a journey path that I'm still trying to figure out, but a journey path that I'm wanting to be proud of. And as Bon Jovi's song goes, "Just older," I'm still chasing dreams, and that's what I'm doing. I'm trying to chase the dream. I'm trying to chase the passion. I'm trying to do it all, but please other people as well as myself at the same time. But it's like sometimes you have to be a bit more assertive and know that it's not going to work for yourself. I don't want, as I say, I don't want to be doing things where I feel like I'm someone's little puppet on a string. I don't want to be in a situation where it's making me ill. I don't want to be in a situation where it's making me ill and I'm only doing it to please other people. I have to be congruent. I have to be true to myself. I have to chase the dream. I have to chase chase the passion. I have to get the energy back, but most importantly, I have to do it for myself. I have to do it for myself. No one else. No one else. No one else. The mental health team can't put a dress on and get the girls out and say that it's Damien doing it. I have to do it myself. And the more I learn to do things by myself, and the more that I chase the dreams, the more rewarding it's going to be for myself. And it's the goals, it's the chase, it's the uh, goals and the targets that I want. As I say, I don't want to be in a situation that again where I am making myself ill just to try to please other people. I want to be in a situation where I'm doing it for myself rather than other rather than for when I'm doing it for myself rather than for the other people's side. I just feel at the moment with things going on that people still want me to do it for other people rather than myself. But genuinely, I've got ideas that I want to bring in. I want to be able to work with Emily again, my communication therapist. This isn't Emily that I've had issues with within mental health services or anything like that. This is a private therapist, and I feel like the Hannah Montana song with her, best of both worlds, because she's autistic and she is autistic and she's got personal experiences as well as the professional experience. I also want to get, as I say, it's about figuring out what I want, but I want when I do start working with people in that again, that when I work with them, that I get the interconnectivity right, I get the joining right, I get the molding right, I get the foundations right, I get the infrastructure right. But all that's going to take time, and it's just about taking one step at a time. I do believe that trying to sort things out with the mental health services and the doctors at the same time was a bit too much for me, because I got put on a special allocation scheme last year with the doctors for people to think, because people didn't understand the mental health side and that kind of thing. However, however, I got had to find a new. I'm with the new doctors. I've set up things with the new doctor, but that more or less happened about the same time as the mental health services. Give or take, give or take a few weeks, but genuinely, genuinely, I've never been happier than what I am now. I know that there's still times where I'm getting bad days where I sometimes feel low, sometimes feel down, sometimes where I feel a little bit down, and I get the days that are good as well. But we can't expect that in life. We can't be perfect 100% of the time. We have to make mistakes, and the idea is we have to make mistakes to learn. However, we need to not get fixated on the mistakes, on putting that mistake right, because if you do that, you end up gonna get you end up going to try you're going to end up making more mistakes because you're trying to put one other mistake right. It's about slowing yourself down, giving yourself that breathing space, and to enjoy it, and to not let a mistake get to you. But I just wanted to thank you all, and I hope this video clarifies a few things, and I hope that I've been calm enough. I hope that I've presented this well. I hope that you can share it within yourselves and within the NHS trust if you work with mental health, just so that you can understand some of the wants that I want and some of the needs that I need, and hopefully we can start building bridges, building boundaries, but in the correct way that works for me. But yeah, I'd just like to wish you a wonderful rest of your Christmas, and hope that you have a better New Year. But thank you. Bye.